Hi everyone. Today I am here with Jean from Grow Your Business Group, and today we're going to be talking about the Market Basket, a local grocery store that has recently been in the news, and what business principles we can learn from that story. So, hi Jean, how are you doing today?
Great. Good to see you, hear you, and see you.
Yes. Yeah, it's good to see and hear you too. So the first thing I wanted to ask you about is why do you think Market Basket is unique from other supermarkets?
Market Basket, in my opinion, is unique from from other markets because it's the only one I know of that follows the golden rule.
Okay, and so then what is that golden rule?
Do unto others as you would want done unto you.
Okay, and why do you think, can you give us a little bit of background on what's happened with Market Basket and why that the principle of the golden rule has been playing out in their story?
Well, as you and I have chatted before about this, and this story of a 71 store local chain in New England has gone viral. It's upset all the concepts, particularly of the academics who were supposedly specialists in business, because what happened was, given a little bit of background, for approximately 20 to 30 years after the beyond the passing of two brothers who built this from one store that their father owned, there has been a dichotomy between the cousins. End result,
Yeah.
it's gone into court and it's gone out of court. And the two branch cousins that own groups that own it are in a position where one wants to maximize the return to the investors, the other one wants to make a fair return for the investors and create a fair return for everybody else. In other words, follow the golden rule.
Right, and in your opinion, what do you think works out better in the long run? As we've seen with the Market Basket fiasco, everyone kind of walked off the job, so they ended up losing a lot of money when they tried to maximize their profits for their investors over fair profits. So I guess in the history, what do you think in the long run is going to work better?
Well, you know, one of the differences between public companies and private companies is the ability to act without regard, without full regard to return on investors. And
Right.
this company, I read somewhere, there's someone who gauges the size of non-public companies. I can't remember who it is, but this is the 127th largest private company. In other words, it's not listed on any stock market. It's not traded anywhere. Okay, and
Right.
the result of that is that they have more flexibility. Now, what happens particularly in the grocery industry is that it's a commodity. What do I mean by a commodity? A commodity is something that you can buy anywhere. It's the same thing everywhere. It's the same, if it's Dole brand, it's Dole brand in the other place, and it's the same size, etc. So it's all about price. Now, what most public companies do to manage that is put themselves in a position where they pay as little as possible to their help. They cut their overhead as far as possible. And presumably, that maximizes the return to the investors. On the other hand, what happens is there's no customer loyalty, there's no no employee loyalty, and really no vendor loyalty. Result is that there is constant turmoil, and management is constantly trying to find new employees, trying to find new customers, trying to retain customers. What Arthur T. has done, Arthur T. Demoulas,
Yes.
has set a completely different type of arrangement by using the golden rule. There are so many, I go into the local supermarket here. There are so many of the employees there, they wear badges incidentally, and there's so many of the employees there that really show loyalty. They've been there for some of them as much as 30 years.
Right.
And when I ask for an item, if I can't find it, they'll take you there. They're always smiling. They're always happy. They're paid more than the average in the industry. And not only that, they get bonuses, for profit sharing bonuses. No one else in the industry does that. So that's
Right.
where it differentiates as far
Okay.
as the employee is concerned. From the viewpoint of the customer, one of the things that they've done this year is they've actually cut all their prices by 4%. Why? Because IDT says everybody's gone through the recession and they need the money. And so the customer loyalty was so great. When the board turned against RDT, what happened was the employees took a walkout, and they're not in the union. They just walked off, and they just set that whole thing in such a turmoil that for 35 days the place was manned, just minor. There were signs all over the place. RDT is our CEO. It was just something that I can't remember ever happening since I read about the unions becoming into practice because of not treating employees well. So what's happened in this whole thing is that because the golden rule applied to the vendors, to the customers, to the employees, after 35 days, the other side of the family decided to sell. They couldn't get any return on their investment unless they sold to RDT's side of the family. That's the golden rule in practice.
Yeah, so it backfired on them.
That's exactly what happened, and you can't get into. I went into Market Basket a few days ago, and this is almost every day. They have 16 registers in the local Market Basket, and all the registers were backed up.
Wow.
And there's signs all over the store, which I'm going to get up on the video on the blog, that say, thank you for your loyalty. If you hadn't been with us, we couldn't do this. It was just amazing.
Right.
Overwhelming.
Yeah, it does sound like it does sound overwhelming.
So,
And
we've got to keep this short because people we must respect their time. So there's more information available if you contact me.
okay, and we will put the contact information in the blog post below in the comments below.
Great.
For everybody watching. So if you want to learn more about how you can apply this golden rule in your business, give Gene a call, and he can definitely help you with that.
Yeah, I would close just by saying that it created enormous efficiencies that created the profits by following the golden rule.
Yes, it did. Well, thank you, Gene. It has been great to talk with you.
I really enjoyed it, and the best to you, Jennifer.
Yeah, the best to you as well.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.